Well, good morning, everyone. It's 19 April 2023. It's been a very long, cold spring. This is my first time out. The conditions just haven't allowed it. It's the coldest spring that I can remember since I've been ATVing. So anyway, we're going to do all the stuff we normally do. I'm out here by Dickens Lake along the Opeongo River. Dickens Lake is out this way. This is Gaffney Road, so I'm going to head out towards Haskins Lake, Dickens Lake, and all that stuff. A week ago we couldn't even get in through here because it was all snowed in, so we're just going to don't really have an agenda other than going to try and hit all the spots, and we'll take it from there. So here we go. There we are. My favorite road, Moonlight Bay Road. It's bloody cold. It's like -3. It's actually had snow flurries all night. Just like nothing serious, but you know, just a little skiff down on the ground. But 2 days ago, it was plus 28 Celsius, and that's like in the low 80s Fahrenheit. So real quite a temperature drop. Like all last week, it was kind of in the like close to 80 degrees, like into the 20s Celsius. Just beautiful. I was out motorcycling, got a bunch of motorcycle rides in, and now we're back into this. It's good for ATV, though. Here we go. Dickens Lake on the left. The lookout I'm going to is up over here. I was out here walking with my dog last week, early in the week. I think it was like Monday, and you could have had snowshoes on. That's Jack's Lake right there. A couple of ducks taking off. walk around here. Oh man, is that waterfalls overflowing? There's going to be a lot of water because it was just such a fast melt. I mean, everything was frozen and cold, and then poof, it went from like freezing temperatures, like really cold, you know, daytime highs 2s and 3s Celsius, and then all of a sudden up into the high 20s. So everything melted very quick. Some local flooding down in Palm Rapids where I live. Man, that's really flowing, man. Wow. So that would drain out eventually into Opeongo Lake. It's just through that area over there, about 1 kilometer. Wow, that's really flowing. Trip and break my leg here. No moose. There's probably a moose within, you know, a few hundred yards of me. You just don't see them. I saw a couple over the winter. Okay, we'll keep hiking. Or hiking, we're going to keep riding. I'm going to get back into riding mode. I was actually out on my motorcycles last week. 3 or 4 good rides, and now it's snowing again. Okay, first bit of water, just coming into Dickens Lake here. Gotta go through this trench. Shouldn't be too deep. I can see the tops of the rocks sticking out, so it's up, you know, halfway up the tires. It's got a good firm bottom to it, so it's not all muddy at the bottom. Dickens Lake, even though we had all that hot weather last week, you know, it's still got ice on it. My wife and I and our dog, we actually hiked out here 3 or 4 times, right out to Haskins Lake during the winter. It's a really nice hike. It's about 9 kilometers out and back. So it's a good hike. It takes a couple hours. Hopefully I can get into Haskins Lake today. And then if I can get in there, I'll just keep going and hopefully get into Dickens Lake. And I might even get over to the, you know, where the house where the guy from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre lives. Hunt camp over there that he has. We'll see. through there, that pretty well limits me to going right back on the road back to my truck, and then you know, I can drive down the road about 1 kilometer or 2 and get back on the rail bed that way. I should be able to get up to the lookout on Dickens Lake, but we'll see. This is just coming up to Jack's Lake in the other direction here now. I've already crossed through this. Okay, we're just at Red Pine Lake on the 157 trail. This trail goes over to the main rail bed close to Fish Lake Mountain Lookout. We'll see if I can get through here. I have my doubts. There's a lot of big holes deep in the woods in here that are probably got, you know, 2-foot deep ice crevices in them, but we'll see. I'm gonna fall through here, I know. take a walk up there and check that out. Looks pretty nasty up ahead. Hit the wheel hard on the left there, just against a tree. Oh yeah, really hit that right in there, right on the rim. Hopefully the didn't do any damage. I didn't seem to unseat anything. Really hit that hard, really rubbed. I hit, yeah, this log right here. That's what I hit right there. You can see I took off the bark. And up here too. Hit that stuff. Oh. Thing is, once you get going in that, you have to pin it. I was trying to get back to the right. But, you know, we just got caught in a rut and it slammed into those logs. That little swamp down there, I fell through there. My wife and I came out here, I think it was 2 or 3 days after Christmas. We were snowshoeing out here. There's tons of snow, you know, right up to the waist. And we had a snow, you know, we're snowshoeing. We're going to go through, and we walked out here, and I literally stepped off like 2 feet off the edge of the ground there, and I fell through right up to my waist. I thought it was solid, but it wasn't. And it was a quick walk back to get back out to the truck before I froze. Checking out my tire, make sure I didn't damage the seal. That'd suck. That's why I hate crevices, man. bed. Okay, we made it through to the rail bed. A huge hole up here that keeps it from going up the mountain. Good place for a coffee. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to go up there. But we'll stop here and we'll have a break. Okay, so we're just going to head back towards Burnett Marsh here. And we'll stop there at a campsite. I went down the rail bed 3 or 4 kilometers. No problem with that. In the direction, there might be some holes back towards Gun Lake. I'll have to see. Hopefully that's not flooded, because I don't want to have to go back through the 157 to get back over to Gaffney Road again. I'm going to take the rail bed right over to where it intersects with Dickens Lake Road, and then take that back to my truck. This has all been cleared, I think, late last fall. When I was up here with Steve and Terry from New York, there was a guy in here. He had a Jeep here and it was stuck. I don't know if he was going to try and get up the mountain or what, but he had a bunch of people with him, so I'm sure they got it pulled out. But this is Burnett Marsh right here. There's a campsite over here. That's where I'm going to go. Oh, there's the sun. Nice. So this is Burnett Pond. Okay, coffee number 2. Get warmed up. Man, it's cold. It can't be more than 1 or 2 degrees. It's just above freezing. Man, there's about 20 ducks over there. I'm sure they don't show up on the GoPro. So I just came along from over there. And Fish Lake Mountain, the lookout, it's somewhere up in here. Oh, there they go. They all took off. There's the Grizz. Good machine, boy. The best. Okay, gonna have a coffee. So I'm just going along the rail bed here west towards Gun Lake. Probably got about 6 or 7 kilometers to go before I intersect with Dickens Lake Road, and that's over by where the trapper's cabin is. and the old mill. So I'm gonna, hopefully I can get through there over that far. I really don't want to have to turn back and go through the 157 to get back over to Gaffney Road again. I've already gone through a few sketchy areas on this stuff. But something came here through here with really wide tracks. There must have been one hell of a big AT or a UTV, really wide. Okay, we're at the old mill. I'm just gonna take a walk down to the river here, Opeongo River. I'll put up a picture. I was out here a week ago Monday with my dog hiking, and I'll put up a picture of what it looked like then. There was so much snow. I mean, like I said, I could have snowshoed. So it's melted a lot, but I've never seen the river this high before, even in the springtime. I mean, this is normally where I drive down, and this is all dry here. And you know, you don't hit the water for another 30 yards up there yet. But I mean, that'd be, wow, you'd be underwater. The machine would be completely underwater right now. Like normally we can, you can never get across the river in the springtime anyway, but usually by late, you know, maybe mid-July, you can get across, and then, you know, it lasts as long as it doesn't get really bad flooding with rain late in the summer. You know, you can drive back and forth across the river there, you know, right into, you know, late September. So the trapper's cabin is just over on that point there, and I can't even see it through the trees here. So that's, but you know, normally I come down here and we cross over here and then drive all around, and but right now you'd be completely underwater. I've never seen it flooded up to here before like that. Just wanted to show you this campsite. It's not too far from the mill, and I don't think I've ever filmed this before, but this is really nice here. Pretty popular spot in the summer. The a lot of people camp here, right by the river. Beautiful spot. And in the fall, the hunters come here and they set up a camp and they're here for like a month. But yeah, really nice. How's that? So I cross sometimes where, okay, so I park up the road about 2 or 3 kilometers. That's where I parked up by the causeway, the dam that goes into by Dickens Lake. And sometimes I go on that side of the river and I can cross right here. I've actually got it filmed a few times, crossing the river. Last time was with Steve and Terry from New York last September that we went through there. Man, is it ever high, and it's flowing too, big time. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go back to the truck, and I'm going to go up to the lookout on Dickens Lake, and that'll be a wrap for the day, because I just can't get to the places I want to go. You know, I can't get into Haskins, can't get through into Dickens and everything, so still a good ride. I'm glad I made it through the 157 trail there. Okay, we're going to take a rip up to the lookout on Dickens Lake now. good thing it's hilly, because if it wasn't, I probably couldn't get up here, because that looks pretty nasty going down there. Good view. Dickens Lake. Nothing but Algonquin Park. From that whole, if you don't know, Algonquin Park, it's the biggest provincial park in Ontario, and maybe in Canada. Or no, it wouldn't be the biggest one in Canada, but it's definitely the biggest one in Ontario. It's huge. You know, I forget how many square kilometers it is or whatever, but it's pretty big. And that's everything up to the north. That's all that's up there is Algonquin Park. And then, you know, probably, I don't know, maybe 60, 70 kilometers from here straight up, you're going to hit Highway 17 and places like Mattawa and, you know, Pembroke and Petawawa and everything. That's all kind of over in that direction. You know, North Bay is up that way. So yeah. Okay, that's going to be a wrap for today. So I didn't get into all the spots I wanted to do, but that's okay. We'll get into them next week. You know, I couldn't get into Haskins. You know, if I was with somebody, we could have gone, but you know, you just can't go in there by yourself and get stuck in that stuff. You know, you get in there, nobody around to pull you out, and you know, if you ever flipped over in there, because there's not going to be anybody coming by out there today. It's cold, and it's, you know, in the middle of the week, maybe on a weekend, but not right now. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll be out again next week.